Hello, my Teaserking family. How is everybody today? Hope you have a nice Sunday. Um, Good night at poker last night. Baseball hit two locks. I got weirded out on the one. They switched pitchers on me, and the 49ers over was based on a pitcher that was one thing, and they switched pitchers. So we got to be more careful when they go to a pitcher with a 1.5 ERA and we go over because they got the wrong pitcher in there. And then we lost the Milwaukee over, but we did have Milwaukee on the win. Houston locked, Verlander, Toronto locked. Those both came in. So let's look at today's games. Real quick, NBA, bet the loser back. I'm 4-0 right now with it. So I had Miami winning game one at home. They did. Boston betting back on the loser. They win. Miami betting back as the loser. They win. So that's 3-0 in that 2-0 on betting the loser back. And you can see what happens. It's the loser can't lose the next game and to lose the series, so they get really rough. And Boston made it a game at the end, but Miami came back to win it. So now next game we bet Boston, and it's just that simple. Especially it's in Boston. Boston will kill them because they have to win. They can't go down 3-1 and go to Miami. So this is a lock taking Boston next game. They'll kill them. And you can see how Miami came out. It was like they're up 20 points right off the top. And that's because they're fired up. But now they relax because it's like psychological. We won. We're leading 2-1. So we relax a little bit. And the team that's down at home is going to play. They'll kill them. So take Boston tonight. Whoever the loser was in game two, I think the series is tied at 1. We're betting the loser. I don't know if that was, I think Golden State. It's a Golden State Memphis. Just take the loser back. Very simple NBA, and it works like a charm. I banged my nose into the wall here, so not too good. What else? Let's talk to poker real quick. Now, here's a unique hand that a lot of people would have probably lost their ass on that I didn't. So early on, I got ace, king of diamonds. I raise it up. Flop comes 2 diamonds. I got 4 diamonds. And I make it $25. The guy goes all in for $100. What do you do? What do you do? I know he didn't hit the flop because I got the diamonds. And he pre-flop raised like 15 or something. So I committed 25 to the pot. He goes all in for 100. Well, the total would have been 100. So it would have cost me 75 more. So I was in for 25. And I hem and haw, but there's nobody else in, and he's all in. And I don't have a hand. I got 4 diamonds with the nut flush, but at that point, it didn't matter if I had the nut flush because the guy, doesn't have any diamonds. So I don't need the nut flush. I put him on aces, and I say to myself, well, if I catch a king, I can't win. If I catch an ace, it gives him a set. I can only catch the diamond, and there's not 9 diamonds left because when they deal, the odds say they've dealt 4 diamonds out. I have 2 of them. So the odds are there was 2 more diamonds that were dealt. There's 2 on the board. There's 13 total. So that would be 2, 4, 6. That would leave you 7 diamonds left at most, probably 6. And so the question is, what do I do? Now, the point is I can't win any more money. So if I call him and I catch a diamond, I can't win. He's all in, and there's nobody else in the pot. So I don't have a made hand. It's going to cost me $75, and the way I play, I try to win. So I'm sitting there going, well, what do I do? And I it took me maybe 2 minutes, and I just folded it. I says, I can't catch an ace. I can't catch a king. Those are I figure he's got aces. I can only win with a diamond, and it's like, but I can't win anymore. So I folded. I don't know. Obviously, that was the end. There was just me and him, and he turns over kings. Now, had I known that, maybe I call, but I don't call because I'm not getting good odds. What do I mean? Well, if there was three people in the pot and somebody else had money, I would have saw it because then I was getting pot odds. I want to get 3 or 4 to my money. So when I play poker, I don't really want to be heads up. I want to be in a hand with 3 people. Then I bet 20 and it's 20, 40, 60. Now for 20, I get 60 back. That's how I want to play poker. I don't want to play poker where the guy's all in. And if I call him behind and I catch, I can't go make $100 bet. And I'm going to be down 100. If I miss, I'm down 100. I don't want to be down 100. It was early, it was second or third hand. So I folded, and I'll never know what would have happened, and I didn't care. Eventually, I ended up winning for the night. I was catching cards every hand. I tell you, sometimes it's 2-7 and 2-8 and 3-9. This time it was, I was getting ace, king, kings, aces, queens, all, boom, boom, boom. I was getting hands. I must have played half the hands I sat for 2 hours. I was getting cards, and it was great. And I kept winning small amounts because I'd make a bet. Everybody would fold. I'd make a bet. It was like, nobody was getting a hand with me. So it was like, once I can't remember the hand, and I bet $5 and everybody folded. It was like, it was insane. So I had cards. So it wasn't like I was fucking around. I'd make my bet having cards. I had kings. I make a bet, fold. I have queen. It was just, I was getting the cards. Anyway, that was the one hand. And my lesson there is be careful calling an all in without a hand. I was way behind. He had kings. I could only catch him with 3 of the aces and or the figuring 6 diamonds gone. I could only catch him with 1 of the 7 diamonds or 6 diamonds. And he had the king of diamonds, actually. No, I had the king of diamonds. I had ace king. So while it's a pretty hand, see, and that's where it goes into the amount of the bet. If he makes a $20 bet, I call him and he still has money left. But because he goes all in and it's $75 and it's a 1-2 game and there's nobody else in, I didn't see the point in calling him. Okay, I had the 2 of diamonds comes out next. I can't make a bet. I'm all in. I have to catch to win, and then I can't win any more than the $75. So it made no sense to me to make the call because there was no reward in it. So that's why you got to, that's where it's the amount of the bet. Had it been $10, $15, I easily call 100% of the time. Even if he's all in for $15, the risk reward's okay. I don't mind risking the 15, but to risk the 100 without a return made no sense. So if he was all in for 15, I called because who cares? It's just 15. And it was a pretty tight table. Like I said, I'd make a $10 bet. Everybody would fold. It was very difficult to make money. And then I finally caught aces over kings. So a guy makes a bet. I re-raise him with aces. Another guy calls. Then the guy with kings goes all in for 100. And then I go all in for 300. And the other guy folds. And it was perfect. Aces over kings. And the aces held up. So anyway, then I got the big hand, but it was a lot of little hands. Anyway, so it was, you never know what you're going to get in poker. Sometimes you sit there with 2-9 for hours, and then like yesterday, almost every, I think I folded 5 or 6 hands for 2 hours. Everything was 7-8 of diamonds, kings, queen, jack, king, queen, ace, king, ace, jack, pair of 4s. I had 4s a couple times, 8s a couple times. I never hit my set, but I'd be in and where I could have made a lot of money if I hit my set, but I never did. But it, cost you $10 and then, you miss, you fold. So anyway, that was poker. Let's get to baseball. So What do we have? First game's at 105, and the Yankees, they like these early games. So let's look at it. The White Sox, the Yanks. Okay, okay, let's go to Sunday. It's giving me Dallas Keuchel. I go, fuck, the guy just pitched yesterday. Again, I got the wrong pitchers. Jesus, St. Louis, Pittsburgh's already started. It's 11:54. What time are these guys starting their games? So let's ignore St. Louis, Pitt. Let's go to 1:35. So we got time. We got Tampa Bay and Baltimore. We got Corey Kluber, 1-2 with a 4.29 ERA against Spencer Watkins, 0-1 with a 5.1 ERA, over under of 9. Tampa Bay hits on the road. They bat 235 with a bad bullpen at 4. Baltimore, we know they're not very good. They hit 227 at home with a ER 3.17. Kluber, this looks like an over. Let's go T-Bay over 9. Seattle and Boston. Boston with a big comeback yesterday. We had Boston over 9. That was an easy winner yesterday. Gilbert for Seattle, 2.4 ERA against Evaldi for Boston, 4.32 ERA. Boston, we know, they're hitting 240, but they had a big comeback, and their ERA is 4.52, so they're not going to play low-scoring games against Seattle with a 2.15 and a 3.79 ERA. So there should be lots of runs here. Gilbert with a 2.4. But what I like is Boston came back. I think they're starting to heat up. I think they've won 4 or 5 in a row. I can't go with Evaldi with a 4.32 to get the W, but I'm going to go over here. Boston over 9.5. Again, when you have weak bullpens and these pitchers only go 5-6 innings, like here, Evaldi, I figure about 6 innings, and then you get the bullpen, which is not very good. Seattle, Gilbert, 4-2 with a 2.40 ERA, sounds pretty good. Again, I'm thinking run. I don't want to bet Boston with this 2.4 ERA staring me in the face. I want to bet. I think that's where you take the over. The Rams and the Eagles. Let's see what happened yesterday. We had the Rams over 9. It's a W. So let's see today. We got for the Dodgers, consoling 4-0 with a 1.64 ERA against Zach Efron, 1-3 with a 3.90 ERA. I think the Dodgers won yesterday, but I don't know. I only know is that it went over 9. I was hitting everything yesterday, all the overs, just the stupid Frisco. I was really pissed when I saw they had changed pitchers to a 1.5 ERA, and I got the fucking game over because I'm not seeing a 1.5 ERA in there. Anyway, what do we got? So the Dodgers they're a very good team. They 237 on the road with a 3.36 ERA, I believe. And the Phillies are hit 243 with a 4.10. They got a terrible ERA. They'll never hold a lead. I'm going to lie. I'll take the Dodgers tonight with that 1.64 ERA from this Gonzalez guy. He's 4-0. Zach Efron 1-3, 3.90 in the bad bullpen. So I'm going to take the Dodgers 4-0, 1.64 ERA, and they can hit. So let's take the Dodgers today. Cincinnati and Toronto yesterday. Toronto was my lock, and they got the W. Today, I got Cincinnati with the new pitcher, Graham Ashcraft. No ERA, no record against UC Kikuchi. 2-1 with a 3.38 ERA. Over-under of 8.5. So let's look at Cincinnati. I know they're terrible. Yeah, they got that big 6.0 ERA. Although the game yesterday, I don't believe was high scoring. I think it was like 3-1 or 2-1 or something, which was surprising with this bad relief pitching against Toronto, who has a pretty good reliever, 3.83, and they hit 249 at home. Since he only hits 200, let's take Toronto again. I don't love the starter with a 3.38 ERA, but against Cincy with nobody, we don't know who this Graham Ashcraft is, so we got to respect that we don't know. But I'm going to take Toronto again at home. The Lions and the Browns, they got rained out yesterday. They are Alex Fado, 0-1 with a 2.87. I don't know who this guy is. Shane Beaver, again, is he any good? 1-2 with a 3.72 ERA, over under a 7. We all know the Lions suck, the Tigers suck, the Pistons suck. Let's see. They're hitting a whopping 201 on the road with a 3.16 ERA against Cleveland, hitting 250 with a 3.20. Fiedo, Beaver. The problem with Detroit is you don't know what team shows up. Are they going to be good or bad? I don't know. This Fiedo, 0-1 with a 2.87. So he probably is a 5-inning pitcher, over under a 7. The game could be 1-0 or 10-9. You just don't know. Detroit doesn't hit the ball. Let's go with Cleveland. Very small. Shane Beaver, I don't know. Is he any good? All right. Atlanta, Miami. Anderson for Atlanta, 3.75. I think we won this. Yeah, we had Atlanta yesterday, another W. Boy, it was hot yesterday. Atlanta, 3-2 with a 3.75 ERA against Alcantara. For Miami, 3-2 with a 2.49 ERA. Big edge to Miami there. Over under a 7. They're expecting a low-scoring game. Atlanta on the road does not hit, 2.10 with the 3.44 ERA, and Miami at home hits 2.50 with the 3.58 ERA. I'm going to bet the better pitcher. So let's take Miami today. I just don't trust Atlanta to hit, and Miami's got the better pitcher. And off of a loss, over under a 7, I can't do anything with that. I don't know, go over or under, so I'm just going to play Miami here. All right. The Vikings and the Chiefs, round 2. Who did we have yesterday? We had the Vikings, another W. I played a lot of teams yesterday, and the Yankees won, Arizona won, the Mets won, Toronto won, Atlanta won, Tampa won, Minnesota won, Milwaukee won, Houston won, and California won. What a day. God, I loved it. Because normally I look for the over-under. I look for the ERAs, and I want to bet against that. Now, here we go. Vikings and the Chiefs, and you got over 1-1 with the 2.75 ERA against Singer, 1-0 with a 2.84 ERA. This smells like an under to me. Minnesota, 3.50 ERA, hits 2.51 on the road against Kansas City, a terrible team, terrible bullpen, 4.78, and they hit 2.33 at home. Two good bullpen or two good starters, and KC just doesn't hit. And Minnesota, they hit pretty good. Over under a 7. Yeah, let's take Minnesota again. Let's take the Vikings. I think they can win again. Mahomes didn't look that good yesterday. All right, Redskins and Packers. Now we had the Packers winning. They won. We locked the over 7.5, and they got 5-1. So Washington didn't score. I didn't expect it to be that low scoring. What do we got? We got Aaron Sanchez for the Redskins, 2-3 with a 7.94 ERA against Peralta. For the Packers, 3-1 to 3.53. We're taking the Packers. Let's take Milwaukee. Right off the bat, Washington stinks. I'm not going to touch the over/under. Washington can't hit, and a terrible pitcher, so I like the Packers here. Texas, Houston, again, we lock Verlander, again, a W. They didn't score a lot against Texas, but enough. They got the W. That's all that matters. Excuse me. It wouldn't be right if I didn't sneeze in my video. Okay, let's go. So, Texas, Taylor Hearn, 2-2 with a 5.46 ERA against Jose Urguti, 3-1 with a 4.81 ERA. This smells like the over. Texas hits 214 on the road with a 3.20 ERA. Houston at home hits a whopping 218 with a 2.71. So they got a pretty good bullpen, Houston, as they showed yesterday, where they locked it up and won, I think, 3-1 for Verlander. Again, you have Verlander going. Here you got a worse pitcher, 4.81 and 5, 8.5. We're going to go over. Let's go Houston over 8.5. Here in this play, you just can't trust the starters, right? The one guy with the 4.8 ERA and a 5.4. Who are you going to trust? See, Verlander, we bet we trusted him. Scherzer, we bet we trusted him. We trust Mahomes. We trust Aaron Rodgers. I can't trust these guys to get the W. So I got to trust that they're going to pitch to their ERAs. All right, Arizona and the Cubs. We had Arizona yesterday. They got the W. Let's see. We got Kelly, 3-2 with a 3.27 against Miley, 1-0 with a 2.70. Let's see what we got. We got Arizona. Terrible. Well, they're an under team. They hit a whopping 2.20 with a terrible ERA. And the Cubbies hit 2.30 at home with a 2.7. So the Cubbies are probably a little better. I like Miley as a better ERA than Kelly. We're going with the Cubbies. Take the Cubbies. And yeah, we're just taking Miley's a better pitcher, and they got a better bullpen. The Sox and the Yanks, are they playing 2 games? No. Okay, Sox and Yanks. Later, a 3:00 start. We got Skirto for the White Sox, 0-0 with a 0 ERA. This guy used to be good, but I don't know if he's any good anymore. Against Talon, 4-1 with a 3.28 ERA. Probably a high-scoring game. From what I'm hearing, that they both have good offenses, although let's see, Chicago hits 2.36 on the road and a 4.36 ERA. So they have a terrible bullpen. The Yankees have a good bullpen, 3.11, and hit 2.40. And let's see the starters. Talon, Johnny Curto. Curto, I don't know. He's 0-0 he's probably not pitched a lot. Let's go over 9. So let's take the NYYs over 9. Don't love it because the Yankees are good. But I don't know Curto. I don't want to really bet against him, so I'm going to bet the over. I figure he's good for 5 innings until I know who he is again. The Mets in Colorado. The Mets, really strong team. Colorado, what did we have? We had in the first game, we had the Mets. In the second game, we had Colorado over 10, and it's exactly what happened. This is why we bet pitchers. The Mets had a much better pitcher in game 1. We took him. And in the second game, as I said, if the game was close, they would be to their second bullpen guys. And that's exactly what happened. And then you had a lot of runs. Now what's happened is they played a doubleheader yesterday. Their bullpen's tired. This is going to be an over. Walker for the Mets, 1-0 with a 3.52 against Gomber, 2-3 with a 4.38. Over under 11. Jesus Christ. Was this football or baseball? Colorado. Again, that terrible ERA in the bullpen, 4.94, and they hit 2.86 at home. And the Jets, Jets hit 250 with the 3.2. We're going to go over. We're going to take the Jets over. This is our lock, over 11. I just feel that the bullpen's tired because they all had to pitch either in game 1 or game 2 yesterday. And Colorado scored 100 runs in game 2. 2 bad pitchers, a 4.38 and a 3.52. So I'm looking for a lot of runs here. So we're going over 11. San Diego and the Niners. What did we have yesterday? We had the Niners locked over 6.5, and it didn't get there, and it was a low-scoring game won by San Diego. So let's see what we got. We got Gore with a 2.17 against Wood with a 3.93. So another probably low-scoring game, over under 7.5. I'm taking San Diego here with that 2.17 Gore pitching, and they won yesterday. Frisco's not hitting, so let's take San Diego. The Raiders and the Angels. We've got Cole Irvin for the Raiders, 2-1, 293 against Sandoval, 2-1 with a 191. Hello. Here's a lock. Take the Raiders under. Oakland under 7.5. Lock City. Oakland does not score a lot. They're relying on their defense and their ground game. The Angels, Tony Oliva's out, Rod Carew's out. So look for them to not score a lot. It was low scoring yesterday. Like an idiot, we locked. Oh, no, this is Oakland. Oakland was a winner. We had California. California was a winner. They had the ace on the mound today. Another ace. This should be an under 7.5. And we got the White Sox and the Yankees again at 7:08. So a doubleheader. We've got Kopech for the White Sox, 0-1 with a 1.54. Servino, 3-0 with a 3.63. We got some very strong pitchers in the game. In the second game, the bullpen should be wiped out after the first. Well, Curto, I don't know, and Tallison, so they're probably going to go longer innings or try to. I like the under in this game. I actually like the White Sox, but I don't want to bet against the Yankees. So let's go Sox with the next. Under 9 with these pitchers. I can't take an over 9 with a pitcher with a 1.54 ERA. And Servino with a 3-0 with a 3.63. I don't want to bet against him. Again, it's the second game of a doubleheader. The bullpen should be pretty well shot, so I'm hoping Kopech pitches 8 innings. Yankees are a big favorite. I don't know why. With Kopech, I would think that the White Sox would be a favorite with the 1.54 ERA. So I like that. So I only have 2 locks. The locks are the Mets over 11 and Oakland under 7.5. Let's go through the games. Tampa Bay over 9, Boston over 9.5. LA Dodgers, Toronto, Cleveland, Miami, the Vikings, the Packers, Houston over 8.5, the Cubbies, the Yankees over 9 in game 1, the Mets over 11, lock, San Diego, Oakland under 7.5, lock, and the White Sox under 9, regular game. Those are our plays today. Any questions or comments? Or you just here for the games? You can ask questions or comments. Please disagree or agree. I'm looking for the feedback in the comments. So that's our baseball today. Basketball, we're betting the loser back. So we're taking Boston in next game, and we'll go from there. Gold and silver. I bought 10 ounces of silver yesterday. The guy did have some gold at that paper I showed you where he will deliver for $15. We both agree gold's at least a $20,000 an ounce item in the free market, not in this COMEX world. Again, I'm so I can't even explain how stupid these managers are. Well, gold, everybody sold their gold because they needed to liquidate and and that's why it went down. It's COMEX. I can't imagine. What am I, the only guy that me and like 2 or 3 of these economists that got, I guess this is the difference between an economist and a stockbroker. The stockbroker wants to sell, so he doesn't understand economics. And he looks at things and, oh, gold went down, and he's trying to explain it. And what they miss is the economic point of view. Teaserking, being an economist as well as a picker of baseball and football, basketball, I look at the whole world. COMEX, JP Morgan is holding gold and silver down. They're shorting it. They're derivative. That's why gold's down. If you think for one moment that it's the market, you are clueless. Now, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these morons on YouTube. Oh, well, gold's going to go up because it's in a teapot thing, or it's that. No, it's down because COMEX. It's not the free market. When you look at most things are in the free market, right? You want to buy oil, it's free market. You want to buy Kellogg's Rice Krispies, it's the free market. They put the box on the shelf, and if you want to buy it, you do. If you don't want to buy it, they put it on sale because it doesn't sell. Gold and silver are not free market items. I don't know how else to explain it. COMEX is not free market. It's being pushed down. The Chinese and the Russians want to buy. The mafia wants to buy. The U.S. government does not want it to start going up because then people will realize how strong it is. Because most people, from what I'm hearing, they're just letting their financial planner do it. At the financial planner places, it's, we don't want to buy gold. It doesn't move. We don't make a good return on it yet because they don't understand it. They're just like, buy Microsoft, buy Apple, buy Amazon. And that's where the Fed's buying and everything like that. That's what happens. And that is why they don't buy gold, because they don't think it's going to move. Now, economists who are Austrian, which means we understand free market, laissez-faire, Adam Smith, and I got in an argument with my friend about Adam Smith, the invisible hand. He doesn't understand it. I go, this is the invisible hand. We bet on baseball. There's no government involved. We bet on it. We take it. Boom. Betting on football is free market. We bet what we want. We got to dick around with the odds, but we spot weakness. That's what we do. And we go in and kill. Georgia under, we go in and kill. That's free market. COMEX is not free market. So you got to understand that first and foremost. It's not free market. Therefore, when gold goes down, it's not going down because people are selling it. Nobody in the world is selling gold now. The Chinese, the Russians, the Indians, Teaserking, you guys, nobody would want to sell a piece of gold worth $10,000 for $1,800 unless they have to. That's why you keep a little bit of money. So when I got to pay rent, and I got to go to the grocery store, and I got to go buy a lamp, and I want to bet and go play poker, I need money for that. Then I have my gold over here. So I keep confusing myself going, shit, I don't have that much money. Then I realize, well, yeah, but you got all this gold and silver, which is worth, So as soon as I bought silver yesterday, I paid $31 an ounce for the Eagles. I bought 10. As soon as I bought it, I go, shit, I don't have that much money. And then I realized, yeah, but it's all worth $3,000 an ounce. You just paid a ton of money, even though I bought 10. I bought what I could afford. He didn't have any quarter ounce gold. He did have gold ounces. He had Maple Leafs and Eagles, and they were about $1970, $1980 for each one. But I can't always get the $2,000 ounce. I'd prefer getting the quarter ounce. It's $550. So I prefer buying some of those because you can't keep spending $2,000 every week on gold ounces, even though you want to. Anyway, so that's what's happening. So gold, nobody's selling gold. Gold's not going down in the free market world. It's going down in the paper casino market, the derivative market, the JP Morgan world, where they're playing games of shorting it and covering the shorts. And so they got to push the price down to make the money, and they push the price down, they make the money. Then they start betting that the price will go up. They make money that way. And then as the price goes up, they then start shorting it because they know they're playing both sides of the fence. It's like they're playing blackjack. They're the dealer and the player. Oh, yeah, you can't lose if you're the dealer and the player. So that's what's happening. But eventually the COMEX is going to break because of the Russian ruble backed by gold. That's the key. The demand for gold will kill this derivative market, which is fixed. And, there's a lot of payoffs and there's a lot of reasons they don't destroy it yet, but it'll get destroyed. It's like that Titanic sinking. It hit the iceberg. It's sinking. Okay. There's nothing you can do. It's sinking. And that's the derivative market. It's sinking. And there's a few hours left to sink, maybe 6 months or so. And you can't get frustrated the price isn't going anywhere, because you have to realize the price is going up to the moon. It's already probably 10, 15,000 an ounce in free market world. Nobody can find a free market. There is a Shanghai gold exchange that I'm trying to find, but I can't. That will tell you probably more accurately what the value of gold is, but they probably don't want that out. It is not the COMEX value of gold. That is not it. So when you see gold drop to 1900, it's not a real price. So you can't get frustrated. You have to know it's worth a lot more, as is silver. I just bought probably $1,000 ounce of silver for $30 yesterday, and I bought 10 of them. And you have to know really what's going on. Just as I tell you about football, and we're betting Georgia under, and I know what's going on, that they're going to kill them. They're going to shut them out, because I understand Georgia's defense is so good. There's no fucking way they're going to give up a lot of points. Or the Miami of Florida offense with the new quarterback Van Dyke, and they haven't adjusted the line. And I'm telling you, I know Miami's going to score 40 on their own. Their defense isn't that strong. It's going to be a 60-point game, and the over-under is 49, and we tease it to 43, and I lock it with the Georgia under. That's because I know what's really going on, and that's the same thing here. Most people are listening. Most of these financial planners are clueless. They're just sitting there with math models, or, let's put everybody in Amazon and Apple. Like I said, the guy at the grocery store, I'm in Amazon. It never goes down. And I've been watching it for the last week. It's gone down almost every day. And I looked at the last 6 months, and it was 3,300. Now it's 2,100. It never goes down, but now it's 2,100 going down to 1,000. It's not priced right. But you got to know really what's going on. We're already in a recession. We're going to be in a depression. That's a fact. That's not the economy is not good. Inflation hurts because the value of the money drops. So therefore, every company, all their costs have gone up, but you can't pass the cost on. That's what I try to teach you. You can't pass the cost on to the consumer. I'm not paying $10 a box of Cheerios or $10 for a Coke. It's not going to happen. So you end up substituting. Okay, I won't have Cheerios. I'll have something else, or I'll have the Target brand, or I won't have cereal. I'll go have avocados and stuff. My dark chocolate I get from Switzerland at Walmart. It's $1.98. It hasn't gone up a penny. It's $1.98 6 months ago. It's $1.98 today. Where's the inflation? So just keep that in mind. So I bought a lot of meat and chicken the other day, and it's in the freezer. And that's like my goal. That's for later on when the prices go through the roof. Then I'll at least have some, and it'll help me for maybe a month, and then I'll be in trouble again. Stuff like avocado, I got to buy that regularly. You can't really freeze it, so I buy 10 of them, and the price went from $1.28 to $1.38. I think I can handle that. Anyway, that's what's really happening. So these guys, be careful who you listen to. If they start talking technical trends on you that, well, look at gold, it's a teacup, or it's going up, or it went down because people are selling to get liquid and they sell everything, is bullshit. Turn it off, give a negative, say you do not know what you're talking about. You need to watch the Teaser King. I have the master's in economics, so I'm not. Well, I never sell you anyway. I just gave you all the baseball game. It didn't cost you a nickel. I'm not here to do that, except for football. That's a religion with me. But like baseball, it's free. There's all this stock advice is free. I'm not trying to make any money off you. The salesmen they're trying to make commission. They don't give a shit. If you watch the movie Margin Call, the guys didn't give a shit that they sold garbage. They were too stupid to understand. I